All right, time to get busy today. I've got everything settled on those boards. I gotta run them to the post office here in just a minute, but first I gotta get some heat going in the shop. Then I'm gonna work on this thing, the front U-joint on the rear drive shaft. Gonna be replacing that, and hopefully that will fix the little vibration problem. There is a winter storm watch just north of us for, I don't know, tomorrow night and Wednesday or something. If it would happen to slide a little bit south, we could end up with some snow. Sounds like the weather's gonna be crappy the next 2 or 3 days anyway. And my wife was saying she would like to drive her Tahoe. So I'm going to attempt at getting that fixed. I hope it fixes it. I don't know. Also gonna need to move the flare side out of here. And I think I might do that right now. We'll start it up again. And as you saw in my last video or two, I had the exhaust leak in this. I think I pretty much got it fixed. We'll do it again today just to be sure. Definitely quieter. A little chilly out this morning. I don't know what the temperature is. Must be in the lower 30s, maybe upper 20s. I don't know, something like that. But I am going to get the heat cranked up in the shop here, get it warmed up. I don't know what the temperature in here is. Temperature in the shop is 40 degrees. Yeah! Gonna have to start the green truck up. It hasn't been run in probably a month or so. Let it warm up and let it sit outside for a while. Pull her Tahoe in here and get that U-joint fixed. The only issue with that U-joint is GM in their infinite wisdom injected, I don't know what it is, some kind of really hard plastic type substance around on anyway, holding the U-joint in. You gotta melt all that out. And I don't even know, let's see, here's my torch. And it is pretty full. I'm not sure if this torch will melt it out or if I need to use an acetylene torch with a little more heat to melt that out of there. The last time I did one, an acetylene torch was used, but this might work. Shouldn't be too big of a project to take care of. Shut the lights off, but I need to get this moved out of here.
Singing this song, I see I was wrong. To tame you down, I was the clown.
I'm going to run those boards to the post office and get them shipped out, done, over with. I got paid for them this morning, so I need to get those out of here, get back home, start up the green truck, back it out, put the Tahoe in, and I'm probably going to let everything warm up a little bit because it's kind of chilly out and cold metal just isn't that fun to work with. And it is another dreary, hazy day here in central Iowa, and the temperature is 32 degrees. On to the post office. So just left the post office and got that all taken care of. It's $54. Of course, when I'm in there, they say, you do know the prices went up today. I'm like, no, but anyway, $1 more than what they told me last week, but I can handle that. So now I have finally got those sent off and hopefully they get put to good use. Back home to the shop.
Singing this song, I see I was wrong. To tame you down, I was the clown. I know now what you all about. I've had the time to run out. I paid for the touch of your hand. Your love is so, so grand. Oh, baby.
Made it back in here to the shop. Temperature is just over 60 degrees, so that's about right. I'm gonna fire up the green truck, back it out of here, pull the Tahoe in, and get busy on that. Shut that off for a minute. Not really truck related, but I'm getting a big whiteboard for in here. And originally what I was looking at getting was a big stand-up, like a 4x8 rolling whiteboard. And then I got to thinking, where am I gonna keep this thing in this shop? It's getting kind of cluttered in here. I do need to clean. But what I'm getting is, it's 4x4, it's 4 feet wide, 4 feet tall, and then it has oak doors on it that swing open. It's a really nice cabinet that I found on Craigslist. I'm gonna get that, hang it up in here, and then instead of like in my last couple of videos where I drew on cardboard with a marker I'll have a nice whiteboard. Not exactly sure where I'm going to put said whiteboard. Right over here would be nice, but it's occupied. I might move that. I don't know where I'm gonna put it. I may end up putting it right over in this area. This is something else. This was a cabinet that my son made a few years ago when he was in high school. He was gonna make a gun cabinet, and he actually forgot it was even in here, and I asked him about it the other day, a couple of weeks ago. I told him if he isn't gonna do anything with it, I would like to turn it into just a storage cabinet. I have this little white one, I don't remember where it came from. Not in very good shape. This door's falling off down here. But this one, he actually did a pretty good job on it. It has some welds that may need ground down a little bit, and it's getting a lot of surface rust on it from sitting in here the last 2, 3, however many years it's been. Needs a handle put on the door. It's actually a pretty nice cabinet. If I could get some shelves in here, I think it'd be pretty nice. And I think what I'm going to do would be sand this all down and then probably primer it and paint it. I have some white paint left over. I think I have enough white paint left over from when I painted the flare side, and I'll just go ahead and paint the whole thing white. I think I have a little green too. I could put a green stripe on it to match my green truck, but probably just going to paint it white. I just got done doing some measuring for that whiteboard that I'm getting, and the whiteboard itself is 4 feet wide, and then when you open the doors up, it's gonna be another 4 feet. I mean, it's gonna be a total of 8 feet wide with the doors open. So I measured, and I was thinking you could go over here. It's almost exactly 4 feet from the edge of that electrical box to the edge of the refrigerator. But then when you open the doors, you wouldn't be able to open the doors all the way because you'd hit the fridge. So I could move the fridge, although I don't really want to. However, I think it would go over here. It's not the best place because the green truck is usually parked in here and just wouldn't be the best spot. The only other place that it might be able to go would be back over here. If I could put it on this wall. I'm just not sure where I'm going to put it. The doors do come off of it, so I could just leave the doors off, but it looks pretty sharp with the doors on. Well, it's been, I think, at least a month since I've had this started. Hopefully, it will start. Got my keychain here from Will at Will's Garage that he sent me. Very nice. Well, I got the old girl started. However, she needed a little assistance. Apparently, I should start it a little more often. The battery was a little dead, it was just barely. And I put the battery charger on it and she fired right up. But I need to drive this truck more. Let's get this off of here. Let her warm up a bit. Need to get this box out of here. That looks like a good place for it for now. So like I said, it's kind of a dark, dreary day here in Iowa. I think it's in the, I think it was 33 degrees when I looked just a little bit ago. And I'm ready for summer. Couple more months and we should be seeing some nice weather again. So we got her warming up in here. I'm gonna back her out and just let her run. One, she needs to just run a little bit, get warmed up, get all the fluids flowing. Two, battery needs charged up a little bit.
I'm smoking, I smoke, I'm shooting my coat. I'm drinking, I drink, I'm heading down the street. But nothing drives the thoughts in my mind. We fought and fought, but I was so blind. When you're not
go up here and get the Tahoe.
Are you really trying to do? Is this all just about you?
Hopefully this turt'll start. Check engine light's been on in this thing ever since we've owned it, which has been, I don't know, 7 years, 8 years. So I got her in here. I think I'm gonna let the heater run and warm things up a little bit. It's cold. Also, I think I'm going to have to, I don't know, probably put the, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to get underneath there and look. I may have to put the front on ramps and jack up the rear. I don't know, but I gotta be able to get it underneath this thing. I backed it up onto these ramps. I also put a jack back here just under the rear differential, just for an extra safety measure if something would happen to one of the ramps or something. I can get under there somewhat, I think good enough to get the drive shaft down and back up okay. So I am going to get started taking the drive shaft out and replacing this U-joint. The U-joint in question is the one up in front. Whether that's the problem or not, I'm not 100% sure. It's got a weird vibration to it. And I did swap out the rear tires with tires and wheels off of my son's Avalanche. And if you saw that video, it made no difference whatsoever. So I think it's something in the drivetrain. I don't think it is a front tire. These tires are, well, basically these tires are brand new, and there's no vibration in the steering wheel or anything like that. It feels like it's coming from the rear. This U-joint is in question, so I'm gonna replace it. The U-joint I am using is a Spicer U-joint. I always use Spicer U-joints. And it is a greasable U-joint. Whenever I replace anything like that, a U-joint or any component that I can get that you can put a grease zerk in, that's the one I get. I would rather keep it full of grease than get the ones that are supposed to be lifetime or whatever, because when they run out of grease, their lifetime's over. So it is a greasable one. It comes with the clips and the grease zerk. I'm gonna get busy. Well, of course, right when I want to film, my heater kicked on, but first thing I need to do is take these straps off back here, take these two bolts out, pull that strap off, same on the other side. This U-joint should come out of there, and then I believe this will just pull out up here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Well, things have changed a little bit. The front U-joint on this actually seems to be okay from everything I can tell. However, the rear U-joint, which I replaced several years ago because it was in really bad shape, and this one isn't much better, it has a few issues. And this was a greasable U-joint, and I did grease it. Although admittedly, maybe I didn't grease it as often as I should. Number one, it looks like shit. This one, this cap here, it's not good. If you can hear that, I don't know if you can. And it's pretty dry, all the little roller bearings in there. There is some grease in there, but it's pretty dry. The other one, get this turned over. I can't even turn this one by hand, and I haven't tried anything else. I think we may have found the problem. Yeah, that one's pretty stuck. I'm gonna tighten these up a little bit more. Yeah, that one just isn't wanting to turn at all. I'm gonna get that off of there and see what it looks like. But also, watch this. That must be the other side. And of course the heater fired. So I'm not sure, I may have lost some footage. My heater just started up. My SD card got full. I had to delete some files. And anyway, we're looking at this U-joint, which is shot. This cap I can't even turn. I haven't really tried cranking on it yet, but it's stuck. And if you watch this, yeah, that U-joint's bad. So I believe they take the same U-joints, front and rear. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I believe that's right. Hopefully I can just replace this back U-joint with the new one. I'm not gonna have to burn any of that plastic crap out. This should be quick and easy. Well, I'm about ready to pull this cap off. I'm not sure if I can do this one-handed. I don't have a tripod mount for my GoPro yet. Maybe I can do it like this. Maybe that'll work. Yowza. Yeah, I'd say that U-joint had seen better days. I don't know if it just wasn't getting grease or, man, that's pretty bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the clips, get that U-joint out, get the new one in after I look up to make sure it's the same one, slap it back in, and I bet we're good to go. It's got a couple keepers. I don't have anything to show real good. It's got these metal like C-clips that are in here. You gotta pry them out, and then this U-joint should pop out of there. Pop these clips out of here. I got it started. I put a screwdriver on it right there and tapped on it with a hammer. Got it started. See if I can get this out and film it at the same time. Should just pop out of there. There we go. There we go. Now get this U-joint out of here. There's one cap off. It's pretty dry too. In fact, I pulled that cap right there off, and yeah, it's a little rusty crusty, and there are absolutely no bearings in it at all. And I imagine the other side is just as bad. I ended up having to use a socket on here and smacking the crap out of it with a hammer to get that bottom cap to come out, which it actually had some grease on it. That one actually had grease on it. This one had a little, but all the bearings were gone. That one was even drier with all the bearings gone. That one was about powder. Amazingly, it still had the roller bearings in it. But I think this one, they were totally gone. But that one there actually did have the bearings still in it. Anyway, time to put the new one on. So I got the U-joint kind of sort of put in there. I pull all these caps off, all of them off, and then you just kind of feed it in this way, and that way you put this cap on, slide that cap on, and then there's going to be, well, I really need a tripod here. You push one side through enough, and there's going to be a groove there that you can put one of these C-clips in, snap that one in, and that one in, and you got your U-joint in, pretty much. Well, I got it all back, bolted up under the Tahoe here, and I greased it all up, back on the ground. Looks like I spun my tire on my ramp a little bit. I know I did when I put it up. So what do you say we go road test this pig? With a little luck, it won't vibrate anymore.
Singing this song, I see I was wrong. To chain you down, I was the clown. I'm singing this song, I see I was wrong.
So far so good, but we're not up to speed yet. It usually didn't start vibrating until about 70 miles an hour, like 67 to 73, something like that. I did notice the last time I drove it though, however, even at lower speeds, like when you're taking off up to about right around 25, 30 miles an hour, it would start getting a little bit of a vibration to it. This road, washboard roads. But it would start vibrating around 30 miles an hour as well. So we should find out shortly. Light acceleration, smooth as butter. Alright, we'll get her up to speed here momentarily, and we'll see if it's fixed. I'm predicting it's fixed. Smooth as could be. No more shaky going on. The old girl's only got 261,000 miles on her.
To chain you down, I was the clown. I know now what you all about. I've had the time to run out. I pray for the touch of your hand. Your love is so grand, oh baby.
I'm gonna fire my green truck back up, let it warm up a little bit, and then stick it back in the shed. Gonna let her sit here and run just a little bit. I'm gonna head back in the shop for a minute. So I don't really know where I'm going to put this whiteboard. It may be going over here. Get that out of the way. Probably gonna get rid of these shelves. I'd like to put it over here, like right under the YouTube sign. In order to do that, I'll have to move the fridge probably over there. I don't know where to put it. Actually, I could move the fridge over here in this here area. Several comments have been made in the past about this massive crack in my windshield. That has been there for probably the last 15, 16 years. It started way down here, a little tiny rock chip right down there. And over the course of 2 or 3 years, it just slowly grew up and went across. It doesn't bother me because it doesn't interfere with my view or anything, and it almost just seems like it's part of the truck anymore. It's been there so long. I probably should get a new windshield at some point though.
I'm smoking, I smoke, I'm shooting my coat. I'm drinking, I drink, I've had time to think. But nothing drives the thoughts in my mind. We fought and fought, but I was so blind. When you're not here, I'm just a shell. Have you condemned me to this kind of hell? What are you really trying to do? Is this all just about you, baby?
So we got her back in here. I really need to drive that truck more. So that's gonna do it for today. Give it a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.